What's up? It is DPor here from DPorGaming. Welcome to game number 3 between Catchy and Reprisal, and it is the best of 3. So this will be the last game, and this will decide who is going to be winner of the series. So Catchy is going for a crypt first, and then a altar. So this definitely means this is the telltale signs of a ghoul build. So anyways, let's check out Reprisal. Reprisal is going for the standard, going for the barracks. Altar of Kings, and most likely is going to go Archmage in this situation. Reprisal has done kind of the, I guess, cowardly way to play Undead as a human player. I guess it works quite effectively, though. What they do is quick expand, and then from the quick expansion, what he does is basically just abuse the human towers and wait until he gets enough gold and then pump out a crap load of units. Last game, if you guys haven't checked it out, go check it out. It was pretty interesting. He did a 3-rack build for rifles, which was kind of interesting. Don't see it too much anymore. But anyways, I'm not too much familiar with this this map, Last Refuge. Haven't really seen too many replays. I think I saw one replay on it, but never played on it, and not too much familiar with this game. Catchy's sending out a ghoul to scout. And usually if they send out a ghoul to scout, usually doesn't mean fiends, because if an undead goes for fiends, they really typically they want to keep their ghoul in their base to get more lumber. But so Reprisal is gonna know that Catchy's gonna go ghouls and not fiends. Another thing about this map, it does look like this expansion is kind of far away from the base. I mean, not too far away. Actually, it's actually pretty close. Let's check. I can't see. Let's just check out Fog of War really quick. Whoa, that expansion is really easy to take down. So I guess this map is pretty good for human. And looks like Reprisal is doing just that. He's getting ready to get up an expansion. As you see here, he's putting down the 3rd farm and going for some more peasants. But usually at this point, if they were going for like a militia creep camp, like let's say this camp, most likely he would really send out his peasants right now. And it does look like he's gonna run straight. Oh, actually he's gonna run, no, he's gonna go for the little green camp. My apologies. But it still does look like after he does that, he still does look like he is gonna go for a quick expand though. With a Mountain King, maybe you're going to try to go surrounds. Mountain King worked well last game for Reprisal, and maybe just feeling confident against his Undead or even Catchy matchup. So we got the standard Undead, Catchy, running over with the Rod of Necromancy. Let's check out Catchy's base. Maybe he's going to do something interesting. And Reprisal, geez, he always sends out that 1 foot to do a little bit of harassing on the base of Catchy, and Catchy has to pull his ghouls off. And, ooh, actually Catchy's getting backpack pretty quick in this game. So he will be able to get more necromancies and whatever items he needs to send to his DK if he needs it. But I think maybe Catchy, it would be pretty interesting to see if he's going to go Gargs. I kind of want to see a Gargs game. I haven't seen Gargs in quite some time, especially in the pro scene. I've seen it in I don't know. I haven't watched too many Undeads in the pro scene, but it would be pretty nice to see some of the Gargs going hard. But let's check out Reprisal. Reprisal is bringing militia, so this means he is going for the quick expand, putting up the lumber mill, so he will be able to get some towers up. Other than arcane, what do you call it? Just towers, arrow tower. I forget. Gosh, I know what it's called, but I'll always get stumped on some stuff. Jeez, I feel like a noob. But anyways, so we have Catchy coming in here trying to disrupt this expansion, and he has to be careful though. He doesn't want to get surrounded on his DK or any bolt. Reprisal are kind of in a bad position here. Catchy does have a lot of skeletons, so he will be able to disrupt. And Catchy's bringing a crap ton of ghouls. Nice player by Catchy, and he's trying to get as much damage here on the Mountain King. And Reprisal may be in a little bit trouble, and Reprisal understands this, and he's gonna back up, stuns the DK, and it does look like Mountain King is just gonna TP straight up. Does have a Gloves of Haste, and there's a core on a peasant. And let's check out what Catchy's doing. He is tacking, so most likely is going to do his standard fiends and maybe a frost or something like that. Late game with some statues and lich. Maybe he's going to go Gargs. I'd really like to see Gargs. He is going against a Mountain King though, and Bolt is kind of a good counter to Gargs. Although it would be better if he had Archmage with War Elemental, but Mountain King is actually a pretty good counter to Gargs. If he has enough mana, he's going to have to spam the mana. But Reprisal is not going to give up. He's going to keep going back for this expansion, and actually it's already clear, so these militiamen will have to wait a little bit before they will be able to start building. Catchy sees this, and Catchy's coming back in for wave 2. Here we go. Reprisal has to be careful though. He has to use that militia on his peasants while it still lasts, and maybe Catchy doesn't. He thinks those peasants are quite fresh, so maybe he's got to back up a little bit. Going for a surround on the Mountain King. Mountain King, ooh, we actually got Stomp. So the Stomp will do a lot of damage to these ghouls, or not a lot of damage, but it kind of weakens them all, which is nice. And these peasants won't be able to do too much damage, but they are pretty good for tanking, I guess you could say. And now Ketchy going for the peasants at this point. Reprisal is still sitting at T1, so that means he's trying to commit to this expansion. And Mountain King still needs to be careful, though. Not enough for a bolt, and these footmen, actually, I've been doing a lot of ghoul pushes lately, and you have to be tricky about footmen. You think they don't do too much damage, but over time they can do a lot of damage to ghouls. And as you see here, a lot of ghouls weak. Ketchy is level 2 Mountain King, and he's starting to put up an Arcane Vault, and canceled immediately by Ketchy. And now we are going to have Reprisal sitting at level 2 Mountain King still, and no TP. So if you get in trouble, you already TP'd, as you guys saw before. And Ketchy, Reprisal is bringing in a few more militiamen. He's still not going to give up on this expansion, and Ketchy most likely will be finishing T2. Yep, he's going to finish T2 anytime now. He does have enough for a Lich, and most likely could try to get that Lich ASAP to do some additional nuking, especially with these footmen. Going to do a lot of damage. Ooh, actually, Ketchy's going for Gargs, so that does not mean he is going for a Lich. He's going Gargs. Thank you, Ketchy, for going Gargs. I haven't seen Gargs in quite some time. But anyways, Reprisal actually did a nice job here. He actually did push back Ketchy a little bit. But if Ketchy's able to get these Gargs up, and oh, we actually already did upgrade this guard tower. That's what they're called, guard towers. Jeez, I don't know how I blinked on that. But anyways, Reprisal is probably going to put up the expansion as soon as he hits 385 gold, and now Ketchy is going to move out again. Did pick up another Rod of Necromancy, and here's the first Gargs. First Gargs and many are going to come out for Ketchy here, and does have Unholy Aura, so they will be able to move a little bit quicker, but I'm afraid these Gargs won't be able to do too much, especially with this one upgrade on the guard towers. The Gargs won't be able to do too much, especially if there's only 2. They're really weak to guard towers, only 410, and Ketchy understands this, and he's going to go to the back towards the peasants and try to pick up a few peasants, but it won't be too effective. Their damage is only 18 to 21, but if you get a mass Gargs, they do accumulate quite a bit of damage. Anyways, Ketchy's just trying to keep an eye on the Mountain King, making sure he's not trying to get up that level 3. Oh, shit. He already picked up level 3. And here we go. He's going for a surround on the DK. Most likely did get it. And there we go. DK is going to have to TP. And nice play there by Reprisal, getting rid of that DK harass pretty quickly. And that's just the devastating stuff for that bolt level 2. And Reprisal will be able to defend this expansion pretty easily. Maybe he's going to try to get a few more towers up here. He actually put them right here to excuse me, to counter those gargoyles. And he's most likely going to try to get a few more at his base. As you see here, he's getting another scout tower, getting another barracks, and putting up a blacksmith. So this means we are going to see some rifles as well, and rifles to counter these Gargs. And actually, we got illusion coming for the Mountain King. And Ketchy may bait, and he didn't actually bait. And now we are going to have the footman try to solo creep this. Gargoyles on top of it, pick off 1 foot. Ooh, actually one guard got ensnared by this little Murloc, and Mountain King's going to see this and run over here. And maybe try to pick off at least one guard. Does have enough for multiple bolts. And there's the first guard falling down for Ketchy, and probably one of many that are going to fall down, because Ketchy can just resupply those pretty quickly. Actually, Ketchy understands that he's not going to have quite an advantage going for gargoyles, so he is going to upgrade to Black Citadel. Maybe we're going to see some Quick Frost or something like that. And no second hero coming out for Ketchy yet. Still just staying the solo DK. DK still sitting at level 2. Really need to be careful though. The Mountain King bolt is just so devastating. And if you can get a surround on the DK, DK will fall. And Reprisal will basically have all map control except for a little bit of Gargs. So Reprisal's base is basically fully anti-proofed, and now Reprisal is going back for the crazy barracks build. So Ketchy is going to see that, and that means that is going to be the 3 riflemen build going against undead, which is a nice strategy, I have to admit. You can just pump out a crap ton of rifles, and mass rifles is a decent army. As long as you have decent micro and have a tankage Mountain King, at least level 3+. You can do some severe damage with that army, and it's going to be a nice counter to any undead. I mean, once he gets the mass rifles up, the undead won't be able to get too much, and here's the mass gargoyles trying to do a little bit of harass. Nice position here on the towers, so if they do get focused, all these peasants can just collapse on them and heal them up. Ketchy's just trying to find any weak point at this expansion point. Hasn't found one yet, excuse me. And Mountain King Illusion making sure Catchy isn't doing anything tricky down there at his expansion point. Now we got 2 slaughterhouses coming up, actually. So it does look like he's going to convert to abominations or statues / destroyers, most likely destroyers at this point. And now Catchy's going to run into Reprisal's base. Reprisal's base is pretty beefed up with these guard towers. Catchy not really too worried about losing a few gargoyles at this point, just trying to do as much havoc as he can to Reprisal. And pretty soon, Reprisal will have a pretty strong Rifleman army. He already has 3 Riflemen, excuse me. No TP on his Mountain King, another illusion coming off on the Mountain King. And now he's going to finish off this 1 scout tower, and most likely back up. I'm not sure why he didn't finish it. Another gargoyle went down. And let's check out what Catchy finally picked up level 3. We got a statue coming out, and the illusion is sneaking up on Catchy's base right now. And let's check out what the Mountain King is doing. Mountain King just creep into level 4, at least trying to get to level 4. And most likely will get a decent item here. Let's see what item he gets. He's going to pick up a Ring of Protection, and not the best, but whatever. He always can use some additional tanking on the Mountain King, but maybe most likely probably going to sell that. And there is a Goblin Merch here. Going to be interesting to see if the Mountain King wants to pick up a Boots of Speed. Probably one of the best items on a Mountain King. You never go wrong with a a fast Mountain King or a fast Blade Master or a fast Steam Hunter. They always seem to be pretty imba at high levels, especially with the Boots of Speed. So let's check out what Catchy's doing. Catchy's actually starting to creep with his guards and getting some statues to assist. Some more guards. Actually, he's getting the Ghoul Frenzy. So maybe he's going to go. Ooh, I've seen this build by Lucifer a long time ago, like 2 years ago, when I was kind of interested in the pro scene, Warcraft 3, and Lucifer did a Ghoul Garg statue build and / destroyer, of course. But I thought it was pretty good. It worked pretty efficient against human, but I'm afraid with that expo up, well, Lucifer didn't go up against an expo, and long rifles are being made for Reprisal right now, and most likely we're going to see the Paladin, and there is the Paladin being made, as I called it. And now we're going to have Reprisal attack the base, and going to get a decent item. No TP, though, for Reprisal, so if Catchy does hit, the towers are probably going to be enough to keep Catchy out of his base. But Mountain King is level 4, picked up a Gloves of Haste, so most likely, I think he did get Bash. I think he'd get Bash. Maybe he got Stomp. Maybe he did Stomp / Stormbolt 2/2. I think I'd like Bash. I'm not sure why. Stomp, he had to do it at the time to basically counter the ghouls. But I think at this point he probably went Bash. Got another Footman scouting Catchy's base, making sure he's not doing anything tricky like Frostworms, Necros, something like that. And now Catchy coming up here and gonna try to take out this big creep camp. No, maybe just scouting. And this expansion for Reprisal looks heavily guarded with these towers. Still 1 upgrade, but they're pretty tough to take down with gargoyles, but not with the help of destroyers. And here we go. Catchy is going to go for this big push right now, and this most likely will be the game push, depending on how well he can get this push down. Remember, there's no TP on the Mountain King. Mountain King, I'm not sure if there is. Yeah, there's no shot back, but look at all these rifles. Holy criminy. I'm not even sure if that's a word. I just made it up. But anyways, we got a crap ton of rifles coming in, and I'm not sure if this is going to be enough. Yeah, actually, it's going to be plenty enough to counter this with the 2-0 upgrade. Oh, jeez. Such a good counter to this gargoyle push. I'm afraid Catchy is going to have a hard time against this army, and now they're just surrounding, they're flanking Catchy from every position. Catchy going for the 1 rifleman focus, and that countered by that heal, and he already had to use a scroll of the healing, and a lot of these gargoyles are going to fall quickly to this mass rifle army. And look how many rifles he has. Let's check how many meat. 78 food out of 84 for Reprisal. That just tells you how much he can mass these rifles. Geez, the rifle army is just pretty strong. If you just have decent micro, it's just such a good army against undead. Undead really can't do too much except for focus 1 rifle at a time. And, you can't expect to take that army and just hitting attack and, each unit fight isolation. It's not going to work like that. You got to focus 1 rifle down. And look how many rifles he has. Just so many rifles. Nice counter there by Reprisal. But still no TP on his heroes, I believe. Yeah, no TPs on his heroes. So if Catchy is able to do some harassing back and forth, you could keep Reprisal kind of busy. Let's check the base. Nothing being made at Catchy's base, and finally he's getting the Lich. Finally Lich getting out, and most likely will just pick up the orb straight away. I mean, Lich is kind of useless at this point without an orb. Really needs an orb at this point. And we have Catchy still at a TP. Nice items on the DK though, so if DK gets focused, you know, he will be able to get out of it. Got a rifleman, got a scout, Catchy's army here, and here we go. We got reprisal moving out, and with this mass rifle, let's check how much food he has now. You know, 76 rifle food, whatever. Now it's gonna be on to 73 after he kills this one rifle. But another rifle's gonna come out to replace that rifle. You know, whatever. He's enough gold to spend it. And there's a rifle going down. Still at 73 food. Mount King's gonna be roaming around with that boots of speed. He got a boots of speed. Deadly Mount King, I'm telling you. And now he's gonna come up and scout Catchy. Ooh, DK has to be careful. Here's a stun. Ooh, didn't get the stun off. And Catchy TP straight away. Nice creep check there by Mount King using the Stormbolt. And surprise, Reprisal's not going for a push yet. Maybe he's just gonna make sure he has the significant amount of you know, rifles. I guess you could say 100 meat, maybe. Maybe he doesn't want to go over 80 food because he realizes that he doesn't want to go in high upkeep. Low upkeep's already bad enough. And there's the orb on the Lich. Now we got finally Abomination coming out to counter the rifles. I was gonna say, here's another Abomination coming out to counter the rifles. And Abominations are pretty tough tanks, actually, especially if you have a DK calling them. As long as you have decent micro with, you know, Abominations, they're pretty good, actually. Of course, they're not going to win a Knight Abomination matchup, but they can give you some pretty nice tanking. And here we go. Reprisal's big push coming in. Let's see what he has. Scroll of Healing on both heroes. So, yeah, he's pimping out on the Scroll of Healings here, and we're going to have the Mountain King. No TP, though, so Reprisal is going for the big push. And Catchy does have quite a bit of an advantage here on his own turf here, and this is the fight Catchy was waiting for. This is really what he wanted. He couldn't really take Reprisal's army out there, and now he's grouping up. Also could use his ghouls as well. Only 2 ghouls, actually. He might not use him. Waiting for that last Abomination to get out, and it does look like Catchy is gonna try to win this somehow. I'm not sure how. He's gonna have to get some nice novas. Did pick up a nice item here, fluid accuracy for his air units or range units. And ooh, the Lich just got nuked, but there we go. And coiled it to counter it, and use a Frost Nova on those rifles. Didn't really do too much damage, and this Abomination is just gonna be focused down pretty quickly and taken down. And now Catchy is just have to try to focus down one rifle at a time. There's the nuke, and nicely done, countered by the Paladin. Paladin is level 2, so he does have invulnerability if he does get in some trouble. Another Abomination just gets nuked by that Stormbolt. Finally, one rifle goes down, and now Catchy is going to start upgrading some Spirit Towers to assist him. DK is going to have to use a healing potion, and he did pick up level 6 though, so he really needs to use that, use the Call of the Dead or whatever it's called, to assist him in this fight. Does look like Reprisal is going to win this pretty easy, and going to use a Holy Light on that Mount King, and trying to focus down this last Abomination. Does get it down, and hasn't lost too many rifles. Just look how many rifles he has. Check out his meat now, and yeah, he's sitting at 79 meat, and hasn't really lost too many rifles. Just Paladin counter, even if just level 1 Holy Light is just so good for rifles, because you can't really focus all the rifles unless you have heavy melee, and you know, it's just such a good counter. And now he's gonna use one of his scrolls of healing. He still has one more if his army needs it, and we do have the Paladin popping the invulnerability, and now we're gonna have the Mount King also as a nice potion of invulnerability, not even a lesser one. DK is gonna have to pop his himself. Lich is still alive in this fight, and Catchy is most likely gonna be GG. There's a Stormbolt on the DK, and DK does fall down, and losing another rifle, losing 2 rifles. Catchy calls GG. Well played. Hope you guys enjoyed this 3-game series. Reprisal did take the series. Nice games though. Nice, interesting. Nice to see undead versus human matchup. Haven't seen it too much, but I hope you guys enjoyed this 3-game series. Let's check out the unit scores really quick if you guys are interested in that. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this game, and it's DPort, and peace out.